Hello, and welcome to the Order of the Sellswords. I'm your captain, CocoTheCrazyNut, but you may hear me called Coco, or simply the Nut, depending on what comms you are in. And welcome to MLPwny, How to ZvZ. So first off, let's ask why ZvZ is so important to the guild and the alliance. ZvZ is the main way we as a guild and an alliance fight for control in the Black Zone. This can be as simple as attacking outposts and castles for guild econ or loot splitting. It is also used to protect and attack territories, as well as placing, defending, and even destroying hideouts. So why do we fight for this stuff? Outposts and castles drop a high amount of loot and might for season rewards. Territories help promote guild and alliance safety, daily loot, and also help generate might for end of season rewards. Hideouts allow the guild to deposit power cores into them to boost its power level, gaining might and additional perks. Not only do hideouts give the guild a safe place in the Black Zone, but it also gives a major gathering and combat fame bonus increase, as well as a crafting bonus increase upon visiting the hideout, depending on the hideout's power level. So how do I get involved in ZvZ, and how do I sign up? ZvZ is a very composition and team-based activity. Therefore, it does require you to sign up and to have a strong IP in the role you are playing. It is highly recommended to actively start playing in a Zerg to see how it moves and flows, while working on speccing up multiple gear sets that you would be using in the main Zerg. We will go over how to do this in more detail shortly. Once you have successfully signed up and registered on the Arch Discord page, you can check out the mandatory pings located here. You will find all the information for what is going on during a CTA or a call to action. Sometimes this may change due to the dynamics of a ZvZ, but make sure to read the whole post, as it will tell you when to mass, where to mass, what type of comp we are running, and what activity we are doing, such as territory offense, defense, castles, outposts, etc. It will also say how many sets we need. For example, a 1+1 means you need to be wearing your ZvZ set and have an identical backup set ready in case you die. It also provides extra details, such as everybody needs to bring siege hammers in this case. Clicking on the link below brings you to the sign-up sheet. Here you will find all the builds that you are able to play within the Zerg and can start working on speccing up. This will give you all the gear you are required to wear, as well as the food and potions you are to have on you. Make sure to bring 10 siphon energy for overcharging as well. Priorities are important. Parties will be filled in the rank of their priorities, one being the highest and working its way down the list. So make sure to pay attention to the priorities when deciding what role you want to play in the main Zerg. Like we discussed beforehand, it is highly recommended to start introducing yourself early on into the Zerg to get a feel for the playstyle and familiar with your shot caller. In order to do this, you can choose from one of the new player builds located at the bottom of the list. They require a lower IP and are generally cheaper sets. And they are helping to support the Zerg and also help you learn your way around. So what do I do in a ZvZ? Always pay attention to your shot caller. He is marked with a crown on top of his head and remembers, ponies never die. So don't be afraid to listen to your shot caller and trust them and your allies to protect you. Other key markings to keep an eye out for. The blue shield indicates the backup caller in case your crown falls. The red sword indicates the main DPS. This is the reset location for abilities. DPS should be stacked on the sword majority, if not all of the time. The green diamond. This is a utility marking. It is typically called out at the beginning of the CTA. It could be an occult staff that has a reset ability such as a royal jacket, or it could be a defensive tank that arcane staffs use mimic on in order to get an additional guard rune. Key things: all DPS should have a minimum of an 8.2 beef stew, and all Avalonian omelets should be at a 7.1. Fast mounts and no carry weights means any mount with a gallop speed of 120% that has no carry weight. Typically the cheapest is a Swiftclaw. Though we specialize in the armored horses, so hit me up if you need a mount. What not to do in a ZvZ: no carry weight mounts or bags or slower mounts. Do not show up in improper gear. Do not interrupt the shot caller unless the information is so vital that it could save the Zerg. So what do I do after the CTA? Come back over to MLP's Discord. Here you can go to the regear information. Apply for your regear by reading our regear policy and making sure that you qualify. Once you do this, make sure that you stay in the voice comms to do a VOD review, because this is how you will learn and grow in the Zerg in your role. So thank you for joining me for the ZvZ Basics. I'm your captain, CocoTheCrazyNut. I will see you on the battlefield.